Hi, welcome to this series of bass videos I'm trying out here. I'm going to call it Bass Riffs for Fun and Learning because hopefully it'll be fun and hopefully I'll learn something. Maybe you'll have fun and you'll learn something too, I'm hoping. The concept that I'm going for here is to take a very simple riff that's easy to play but sounds really cool. I want it to so be able to impress all my friends, and hopefully if you go through this you'll be able to impress your friends too, at all your bass solo parties. you know um, Take a small snippet and play it in a particular position of a key. Play it in the cycle of fourths so you get used to playing in that position, that riff in that position in all keys. And then the next time, pick that same riff, but transpose it to all other positions in that key and play them in the circle of fourths. And then you'll be able to link them all together. That's the hope, and be able to proficiently play in all keys. The whole entire length and width of the neck. So that's and height. I don't know if it has depth. Either way, it's deep. This is deep. This is a deep subject. Okay, I'm going off now. So things that I won't be covering in this video are modes and the notes on your neck. These are important things that are related subjects, but I think the YouTube community is saturated with videos already. And if you want to know what the modes are, what are the modes? You'll find 17 billion videos already out there on that particular subject, and maybe on this one too, but I thought I may have something cool here that's just a little bit different. That's why I'm sharing. And if you want me to make a video after you see these and go, oh, I kind of like Chris's style. Yeah, he makes things simple. Maybe request it and I might do it. Like if I get enough people, oh no, yeah, we need Chris to make a modes video, then I'll be like, I'll just have to do it then. I doubt it though. I don't have any secrets that anybody else doesn't. So, but this is a pretty cool trick. All right. The riff that I'm picking today is inspired by Clint Houston's bass solo on a song called Blues for Ball, and it is on the Woody Shaw record, Stepping Stones Live at the Village Vanguard. Now, a bunch of different jazz bands did Live at the Village Vanguards, so make sure you get the Woody Shaw Stepping Stones Live at the Village Vanguard. And the tune Blues for Ball, each instrumentalist plays a solo that is just so incredibly inspired. It makes me want to applaud, even though I'm just sitting there listening on my earbuds. I'm like, yeah! I'm like, it's so incredible. And Clint Houston's bass solo is so inspiring and aggressive and melodic and everything you could possibly want in a bass solo, I think. It's not a complete encyclopedia of bass riffs, but only because Clint didn't want it to be, I'm sure. Dude could do whatever he wanted to do. And so, but within that particular song, he did exactly what was needed for that bass solo. And there's tension, resolve. It's so incredible. And his rhythmical vocabulary is just, I can't even put it into words. Just check out the tune. This isn't an exact riff of his. I moved it from, he plays it out of C minor or in the minor position. We're going to do it out of major because I want to start in major and start the riff on the root of the major key. So I just wanted to simplify it like that. So I took, this is in the style of, and I wouldn't, what I did was I took his riff and I started moving it around. I was like, oh my goodness, this would be a great exercise to do. So I figured I'd share. And the cool thing about this particular riff, the solo on that song is chock full of so many different riffs. This is just one like tiny like millisecond of a riff that I had to slow down on my practice program and loop it to go, oh yeah, that's what he's doing. It sounds very complex, but he's utilizing the whole economy of motion thing, and so effectively. It's beautiful. So the left hand hardly is doing anything, and the right hand is playing percussive notes, ghost notes. So the riff that I'll be playing through the Circle of Force, this is the first riff. I'm going to leave the intro off of any subsequent videos when I take the riff out into different positions. I just wanted to explain, and I'll refer you back to this video, in the next video, and go, hey, go see the first video's intro. Let's get to the riff. So pretty much all the other videos are going to start from like this point. So here's the riff. You ready? The magic's in, pretty much in the right hand. The left hand here's what the left hand is doing. We're going to start in the C Ionian position, right? Or Ionian, because we're going to do it in all keys. And don't be afraid if you don't know what that is. That's a mode. Introduction. Hello. Check them out. If you don't know. But don't be afraid, because you can still play this riff if you don't know it, And, like I said before, by playing this, you will then strengthen your knowledge of the modes and the notes on your neck. So it all works together, Don't be afraid to jump into something you think is way more complex than what you're currently doing, because that complex thing will strengthen what you're currently doing, no doubt. So don't ever be afraid to jump into something that you think is complex. Oh, that's too complex. I don't even know this or that. I mean, I've fallen into that, and I still kind of do. But just go for it, Check it out. So here's our C major. Right? It's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and your 1, right? We're going to start on the root, on the G string, and pull off to the 7. So 1, 7. Then we're going to play the 4 and hammer to the 5. That's all the left hand is doing. And that's how it relates to C major. Right? Okay. Sounds right in there. But magic's in the right hand. Pluck that one note and pull off. Then we're going to play a ghost note on the D string and then on the G string. So it's going to sound like this. So that's 4 notes. Well, 2 notes and then 2 ghost notes or percussion notes. Then we're going to hammer on from the 4 to the 5. Then we're going to do 2 more percussion notes or ghost notes. G, D. So the first set of percussion notes are going D, G. Second is our G, D. So it sounds a little bit more impressive than what it actually is, It sounds pretty cool, I think. So, let's take it to the around the cycle of fourths and kind of get used to that. It's easier if you play it more times, so that way you can think ahead. It gives you more time to think ahead to where you're leaping to next. So we're going to do C to F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, like that, and you know, like that, you know, it gives you a little bit more time to think about it. I found that out the hard way because I wanted to jump straight into doing it once. Sorry. So, I don't know how many, I wasn't counting how many times I messed up there, but try to do it just once, and you have to think really quickly, you know. You have to go C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. So you're kind of thinking a little bit more quickly. Let me see if I can do it. This is the fun part of the video where you get to see how awful I am of a player, okay? So I'm going to do this once, right? Something like that. I need to slow it down and play it with a metronome. That's really what needs to happen. But I tend to get a little ahead of myself or play faster than what I actually can if I don't have a metronome kind of regulating me from jumping ahead. But my I'm going to make an excuse here. My metronome's on my phone, and that's what I'm using to record here. So I'm going to wrap up this video, and I really hope that you guys have a good time with this. And, you know, stay tuned. Next video, I'll pick another area to play that same riff, and then we'll eventually get to all 7 spots with that one riff, and then we'll be able to play the whole neck. Actually, this riff only takes up the D and the G string. It doesn't touch the E and the A. So, but you can do it with whatever 2 sets of strings. Move it around. Mess with the rhythm of it. You know, have fun with it. But for now, I'm just going to leave you with that. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Like it, subscribe, do all that stuff, whatever. I'll go over the riff one more time with you. Pull off from the root to the 7. Hammer on from the 4 to the 5. And then you're just adding those percussion notes. D, G, G, D. Right? You can move it around in whole notes, fifths, however you want to do it. So enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Appreciate everything, man.